Shall I start?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I grew up not so far from here, in Kent, more towards the Sussex border, in the countryside, and somehow after 20 odd years in London, ended up being drawn back and escaped from the big city into the countryside.
So I was living in London too, and when we met, I didn't know Kent that well, and I have to say it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. The countryside is amazing.
There is a loss of a connection between how people live and the natural world, and the lack of understanding that the society we live in today is still dependent on food and all our resources which come from the natural world. But the connection of how that works is not necessarily known about.
There's a lot in the out there that's telling us that the natural world is in trouble. But very often when you look out the countryside, it looks beautifully green, and it's not always obvious. It looks okay, but actually it's not okay. And this is it is so important that we know where the natural world is now, and that we monitor. It's a natural world on our doorstep. It's a natural world that we see every day. It's a natural world that's in our gardens. It's the insects, little insects that you don't see so many of now. But because we're all busy doing something else, we miss it. If we don't know, the chances are that species will disappear, and then once they've disappeared, then they're gone forever. It's our planet. It's leaving a planet that is in a healthy state for our future generations.
As individuals, if we're going to, it's nice to feel that one can make an impact. It's nicer to be able to make an impact on our doorstep. It is particularly pleasing to be able to make a donation. We're lucky enough to be in a situation where we can make a nice donation, but in particular it's particularly pleasing if that leverages the ability to release other funds. And I think in the case of our donation, it was almost 20 times was released from the Heritage Lottery Fund. That isn't the be-all and end-all of making donations. It's just nice to be able to make donations. You have the benefit of the government, which adds 25% of gift aid, and also you can get additional tax reliefs, tax returns. So it's a very effective way of giving, and amazingly effective if you can release other funds from other places.
It's just wonderful, isn't it? It couldn't be better that so much can be gained from donating just a smaller amount. It's unlocking a door, isn't it? It's really it's fantastic.
We would really encourage people to get involved and donate. I think it's £500 or more to the Flourish campaign. I think we all are concerned with the environment and want to make a difference.
And that is one way to make a difference.